Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Season 6, Episode 6 of Clone Wars, The Rise of Clovis. Now, last episode we were watching...
Darth Clovis.
Exactly, trying to maneuver the banking clans with Padme and trying to figure out what's going on. Why are they deceiving us and why are they broke? As of right now, Padme, I believe, is on the loose with Clovis. I can't remember correctly, actually, if she got captured or not. But Anakin is there as well. Anakin doesn't like Clovis, so let's see what happens.
Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, we're starting Clone Wars in 3, 2, 1.
The only way they could find our secret accounts is if one of us told them.
I want it noted that you and you alone allowed this to happen, and that it
Is one of them a traitor?
All at risk.
Who's the traitor?
You're late. What news?
Clovis, the Senator, and the Jedi are on their way.
With the information.
Enough.
Have you met Rush Clovis?
That we have, yes.
When?
Much distrust is focused upon you.
I understand, but I hope to right the wrongs that I have done. I only want the banking clan to be what it once was. A fair system of trade and commerce. I came here to root out the criminals and reveal the truth behind what is happening. These files show that huge funds have been diverted out of the banks and into what I believe are private accounts.
Whose private account?
I believe that what Clovis is saying is correct.
Then, Senator Amidala, I would like you to spearhead this investigation. Work closely with Rush Clovis and find and expose the secret accounts. Once we know exactly what we are dealing with, then we can decide how best to handle
Do you think he knows
Who knows?
situation.
about the jealousy?
Oh, yeah.
Doing anything he can.
He's exploiting.
So much. I love how close he is to like the entire Jedi Council in this moment. They're all walking behind him. His back is
Why
exposed.
didn't you just say no?
Yeah, they don't know.
Say no. Why?
I don't want you working with Clovis.
You don't want me working with
Hee
him?
hee hee.
The Chancellor has asked me to do this, Anakin.
But I'm asking you to say no. As your husband, I demand that you tell the Chancellor you are stepping down.
Damn.
We've been over this before. I am not foolish enough to allow myself to be deceived twice, Anakin. If you can't trust me...
Excuse the interruption. Pardon me?
That was mad childish of Anakin.
Oh yeah.
It is time for you once again to recruit our friend Clovis.
This man be doing everything.
He appears to have lost his way. We're going to help him take over the banking clan.
Ah.
But first, you must entrap him, so he has no one else to turn.
The grand plan has been revealed.
Of course.
Master Yoda feels that your judgments concerning Rush Clovis are clouded. I sense a deep anger in you by my simply saying his name. The Senator has risked her life many times. She's quite capable of taking care of herself.
They had a relationship.
The Jedi Starfighter.
Simply feel she is vulnerable to her
So cool.
emotions.
Is that the racer that he raced when he was a
Yeah, I
kid?
think so.
Or you've met Satine. You know I once harbored feelings for her. It's not that we're not allowed to have these feelings. It's natural.
Senator Amidala and I are simply friends.
Liar.
And friends you must remain.
It's like the closest they've
As a Jedi,
come.
it is essential you make the right choice, Anakin.
I feel like Obi-Wan would have kept the secret.
Anakin?
Yeah. Getting married.
You have the Princess Leia space buns?
Dangerous information should it get into the wrong hands. We're not that old either.
Ooh.
You might be right. Perhaps we should eat something.
We were basically servants.
I had no idea.
Huh.
As I grew up, the head of the family took a personal interest in my
The
education.
reverse Anakin.
I was the same age as his children, and so we all studied together.
But he has attachment.
When my parents and his wife were killed in a shuttle accident, he adopted me. Now maybe you will trust me.
I'm here, aren't I?
I want to thank you for everything you've done for me.
Oh.
I don't
Anakin
think I would
seething
have
on
had
the outside.
strength alone.
Clovis, don't.
It's that Jedi, isn't it?
General Skywalker? We're friends. Nothing more.
Friends don't argue the way I saw you arguing
You
today.
see? Called out.
There is nothing romantic between he and I.
Then there is absolutely nothing to stop us from doing this.
Clovis! Clovis, no!
Oh! He was outside! Oh no!
From her.
Oh! boys.
Anakin, you might be overreacting.
You try fighting like a man without your Jedi tricks.
Oh, he said fight on. Let's go. Don't forget, he has a metal hand.
Both of you, stop this!
And the force in the punch.
You don't have a say.
Punches. Metal hand, right?
Throw him off the balcony.
You're a serpent, a traitor.
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
You fool.
Stop! Emily, stop! What are you doing?
What has happened here?
There was an attack. It was my good fortune to have General Skywalker.
Yeah.
He escaped in a speeder over the balcony.
Is that what happened, sir?
If that's what the man says.
Stay away from me.
Bro, you just went savage mode.
Yeah.
She can take care of herself.
Remember, Obi-Wan drove her away.
I've told you why I'm doing this, but still you refuse to accept it. You could have killed him, Anakin.
You gotta
yeah.
trust your spouse, dude.
This marriage is not a marriage, Anakin.
Woo.
If there isn't any trust,
What exactly are you saying?
that other people who are married have everything that we don't. Everything that we won't. Our relationship is built on lies and deception.
Ooh.
Yikes.
No relationship can survive that.
Oh.
I know I went too far. It's just something inside me snapped.
I don't know who's in there sometimes. I just know that I'm not happy anymore.
Oh, fuck.
I don't feel safe. I think it's best if we don't see each other anymore.
I am a servant of Count Dooku.
Wild.
Anakin did this himself. Legitimately.
So in the interests of all, I suggest we come to some arrangement.
What do you say?
That the banks need new management, and that it could be you.
He's
We
so
need
eloquent.
funds just as the Republic does to pay for
He's a
this
count.
war.
He's actually a count.
I can give you the location of the secret accounts
royalty.
I'm searching for.
What do you get out of this?
Stability in unstable times.
Jesus
The
Christ.
location of the accounts are on this disc.
We are indebted to Rush Clovis for his service
That was
to
fast.
our people.
Now all that stands in your way is the Senate.
Come on, Senate.
Wow, that's really cool.
It is the separatist ties to Rush Clovis that has allowed them to accept this nomination.
He also has the full support of the Mune
I guess they're in the
people.
Republic.
And what of the Chancellor?
I believe that in these dangerous times, the bank must be protected at all costs.
A resounding majority
Resounding.
in support of the nomination.
Wow.
You have made a mistake by trusting Clovis.
Have I? Rest assured, my public endorsement of Clovis is not the same as my private confidence in him.
What exactly is going on?
He's such
here?
a snake.
We will watch him closely. I don't dispute your discussion.
Meanwhile, the entire time he's like, we meet
I think
Clovis.
there is something we haven't unearthed yet.
This entire episode is Palpatine on both sides being like, we need him. We need him. And then it works out in his favor. You see how much he starts to pull the strings towards this now. And let's start this episode in 3, 2, 1. Separation between Anakin and Padme is something I forgot. It's
That's fucking wild
It's
that
like
that happened.
it's like we need a break, but it makes sense because he is getting aggressive.
Deceit is the weapon of greed.
Woo! It's pretty cool.
Why is it red?
Senate? If the red clones, it's the Senate. Or the Coruscant Guard, which is the senators are here.
Senator Amidala, we will be right here if you should need
Staring
us.
at these
Thank you,
clankers.
Commander.
It's weird to see a neutral zone where they're not fighting.
Right. I'm a sucker for exposed gears.
Wonder if they really did embezzle funds.
Jail.
I would like you to know I have no interest in controlling the banks. I'm simply here to reestablish order.
Sure. Whoa. Whoa.
Got the head office.
This is a sick office.
Ah, Clovis. How are you liking your chances? The Separatists are fully behind your appointment. After all, aren't we the ones who put you there?
Ooh.
For your support, I am grateful. But but I now must lead without allegiance towards either side.
Yeah, he's trying to be good.
Is that so?
What do you want, Dooku?
To collect on my investment. How do you think the Republic would like to know that it was I who supplied Rush Clovis with all the information he needed to topple the leaders of the bank?
I will tell them myself.
Oh, but you can't. I put you in power. You belong to me.
Oh, here we go. The reality.
And if you want to stay in control, you will do as I say.
The banks will remain unbiased.
Then I'm afraid the Separatists will be unable to pay the interest on our loans.
But the banks will collapse and then...
Not if you raise interest rates on the Republic.
Oh.
It is essential that interest rates on loans to the Republic be raised immediately.
What are you doing?
No, they're all just leaving.
Wild.
How do you run me to that? Oh, Senate's unhappy. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Correct. You might have been.
It's incredibly foolish for him to make a move like this so early.
Declare war on the banks.
Oh, Separatists got there first.
How convenient.
We are now protecting the banks
from the Republic.
You must blockade.
You may begin your attack.
Oh, never mind.
It is time to make Rush Clovis look like a powerful separatist. Right away, sir.
Oh.
And it's gone.
Nice.
It just falls off the pad. Why didn't those people evacuate?
Maybe they were running comms to Coruscant? Oh my god. Woohoo!
Let's move! Hurry!
Uh-oh. I just drop a couple dozen droids here.
Oh no.
Why do I feel like I've seen this scene?
Maybe? That'd be one of the top scenes.
Yeah. Something bad happens to this guy.
He's a savage though. That's
yeah.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
He got shot in the chest. He's still alive.
He's a fucking badass. He took 5 shots to the chest.
Meanwhile, other people get shot in the elbow and they die.
Commander Thorne was different.
An invasion? What do they hope to achieve?
I hate him.
I'm afraid I'm trapped.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Pardon me, this is not what it seems.
Anakin was right.
Hasn't she joined our cause? Clovis here told me how instrumental you were in getting him to power. Arrest her.
We can't do this, Dooku. The Separatist Senate will never approve.
Goddamn.
No, no!
Oh!
She just murdered a separatist.
This is an extra dramatic episode.
We are doomed! Invade!
Oh, what's his name from Futurama?
Yeah.
But let go of your selfishness. You must. If you are to see clearly.
Yes, Yoda, yes.
Not all is as it seems.
The banks will be firmly placed under the control of the Supreme Chancellor.
The final plan.
We can only trust anything to this man.
Boom, boom, boom.
Woo! Fleet.
Yeah.
Damn,
the fighters.
Dude, it's crazy. The droids aren't even putting up a fight.
We're getting so close to X-Wings. Further into the war.
We have accomplished what we came here for. It is time to withdraw.
But, sir, our forces
They're robots.
are
Who
still
cares?
engaged in battle on the planet.
Maybe they wouldn't need so many loans if they stopped just leaving armies around.
Shush, shush. They leave so many things everywhere. I love when they look out windows and see war.
What will I've left behind?
It's over, Clovis.
You've all been deceived.
Yeah, by you.
No! By Dooku.
I kind of witnessed it.
I'm not the villain here.
But I feel like someone's gonna fly through the window. Seems like a weird cutaway.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Here.
Damn, this is a problem.
Got both of them.
I'm sorry, Padme.
God damn. I mean,
Redemption.
That was the noble thing to do.
Yeah. Wow. What a sight.
In hope of a better
God,
tomorrow,
politics is just such a wild place.
Isn't it fun?
to the office of the Chancellor of the Galactic Republic.
Yay! We believe in him, except for Mon Mothma, who's mad right there.
May our people be free and safe. Long live the banks!
Long live the banks!
We must bail them out.
I am the banks and the Senate. An idealist senator never wants to hear the people chanting, "Long live the banks." And as we finish the banking arc, we see the plot all along was to make it so that the Republic...
Palpatine is in total control of literally everything.
Exactly. And I mean, he technically was in charge of it when the Separatists were in charge, but he had to transfer it to the Republic.
Now he's in charge in name.
So this obviously is the end of Rush Clovis' character's arc. Who was used as a foil to Anakin somewhat. You know, what if Anakin wasn't a Jedi and had, like, you know, political connections instead of just being a slave boy on Tatooine?
That's a lot of differences.
Well, they were like the same age. He was an orphan child that was adopted. You know, the Jedi Council kind of took him and adopted him. But he was allowed attachments.
I see there's similarities there.
This whole arc was actually pretty dramatic too, in the sense that Anakin straight up beat the shit out of Rush Clovis with his... And we saw for a second his metal hand because we punched him in the hand and he was like, oh, ow. And that was some heavy punching. I mean, Anakin really destroyed him. And then you also have to think that he has the Force too with the punches, because that sometimes they use the Force to punch. So, like, extra owies. So, like, that man really, really, really did work on him. And it was in a terrible way to do it in front of Padme. Because I forgot that Padme was like, we need to take a break.
Yeah.
And... only thing that brings Padme back is obviously a near-death situation, in which case she's like, I need to be saved.
Where's my husband?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. Rush Clovis was actually evil. And,
you were right.
And as Yoda said, maybe you were right about Rush Clovis.
Dude, Yoda being like that was probably the funniest part of this arc. Because he's just like, Anakin, you were right. Yeah. I can't argue there.
Yeah. And it was so fucking funny. Now, we see that all along also Count Dooku had the plan to invade the planet and take over and, you know, increase funds, you know, increase the rate to the Republic, but also, you know, send an invasion force to seem aggressive and then pull it out immediately. This whole master plan from both him and Palpatine was so funny to me, because, like, the entire time it's happening, you see Palpatine and, you know, Sidious, technically two different people, but the same person, you know, going back and forth. So you're getting the full plan, you know, from the start, and it works out pretty well. Honestly, he is the great manipulator.
And it's just it
shows you how easy the senators are swayed, because they're like, Rush Clovis is our one hope. We need to invade Scipio now.
I just don't understand how, like, so, like, Yoda's super wise and he should be, and he's been around a long time, so I don't understand how he doesn't, like, sure, he can't detect it with the Force, but, like, if, like, you can have like 3 coincidences that line up and they could all be coincidences, but once you have like 4 plus, like, it starts to draw a pattern that's not coincidences. And I just don't understand how Yoda or any of the smart Jedi didn't, like, be like,
well, the way I think
he's benefiting a lot from all of this.
I think a lot of their attention is on Dooku, because they think Dooku is the master at this point for the most part. The main thing is, I think, because Asajj Ventress was a character, and then also like Savage Opress and to an extent Maul, I think they think Dooku is the master and those were his apprentices, or, you know, Maul was a renegade. But like all this going on, they don't really think that there's somebody above Dooku, especially because when you think of a master,
that makes more sense.
You know, when you think master of apprentice, you think, you know, younger. So, because I'm pretty sure Dooku's actually older than Palpatine. He is. Dooku's older than Palpatine.
Dooku looks a lot better than Palpatine, for sure.
That's what the corruption of the dark side does. Dooku left the Order about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Whereas Palpatine's been exposed to the dark side the entire life. It's kind of like that trope in TV where, like, evil powers make people ugly. And, you know, goodness and holiness make you, like, beautiful. Like, you know, purity.
Right.
Pure power. Kind of the same with Jedi, because, you know, their eyes get a little glowy blue, but the Sith get orange eyes.
You know, Yoda does look good for 800.
Yeah, he's actually, I think, 900 in this.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing little bits of Yoda because we really aren't given enough Yoda in the movies. And
period.
You know, anytime we get given a little bit of Yoda and stuff, it's like we're feasting. But I think obviously just favorite part is every time I watch these, I always forget that Padme is Anakin's, you know, has babies with Anakin in the sense of Luke and Leia. And I always forget that their mom is Luke and Leia. That's their mom, and like the
similarities.
Yeah, the similarity is always funny because watching the Clone Wars, I completely like separate everything going on in my mind from this era to the next. So like until Darth Vader gets burned alive, I still think of it as like the Republic era, but then it goes completely into Imperial era as soon as he's Vader, and I think about Luke and Leia, and that's just the power of, you know, Anakin into Darth Vader has on like a generation, which is crazy because he is such a good villain, and as he's such a good anti-hero too, I guess, because or you know a hero in turmoil, I guess, for a better word, because he's constantly
fallen hero.
Yes,
there you go.
And we see it, you know, it's a lot of it's his emotions. He can't accept things. He can't trust things. And that's evident in this episode where he kind of has like a moment with, it almost reminds you of the third movie, like you said.
You know, you keep talking about Vader, and it's just reminding me of like episode 6, the conversation between Luke and Darth Vader on Endor, I think, before they get taken to the Death Star. I always thought the scene itself sucked, but like the writing was so good there. And it really, like, talking about Darth Vader as a fallen hero, it's like really evident there. Sorry, I was like...
You're talking about like when he asked him to join him and they killed him.
It's like, you don't understand the power of the dark side. I have to obey my master.
Oh, yeah.
Like how it comes off as just like tropey, but in reality, like that line was basically his call to help, like call for help to Luke.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they do is, you know, inadvertently, you know, Anakin does have those moments when he's Vader, you know, in the movie once and then a few times in other media where you're like, wait, you know, and then there were other times where he reaffirms his rage, and it's great because, like, you know, it really highlights how sometimes George Lucas can really write really well, and then other times you get like, I don't like sand, it's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere, and you're like, oh yeah, George Lucas. Or, you know, the man is great at writing like villains and evilness and corruption and stuff, but you give him a little romance and I feel like it's like a teen TV show.
No, I think overall, like, there's always, even in like scenes that people don't love, there's still something that's just so fantastic, and I think that's why Star Wars is such a good series.
Well, I mean,
because like even if you hate a scene, the writing will be fantastic, or if you hate like a planet, like there's a race on it you love, like something like that, just to add, like there's something for everyone.
Well, I mean, I think my favorite part of Clone Wars, and when we finish the series, I'll talk even more in depth about it, is kind of, you could almost see it now that we're on season 6, the tonal change from Anakin to Darth Vader, which he's
pre-Vader, right?
Especially because when Ahsoka leaves, the puddle gets pushed down to the floor because he can't trust anybody. He has to do things himself and this and that. And Ahsoka was kind of his grounding force. Like if he didn't have Padme, at least he had Ahsoka, or if he didn't have Ahsoka, at least he had Padme. Right. But he loses Padme, and it kind of sends him a little bit.
And he doesn't have Ahsoka.
Yeah, so there's no way to balance him. And Obi-Wan can only do so much. I mean, Obi-Wan tries to kind of bond with him. He's like, I had a wife too, almost, and he was like, yeah, whatever.
Like, you don't understand. I've already broken the rule.
Yeah. That was Obi-Wan hinting. I think he knew. I love watching, if you go back to season 1 or 2, and, you obviously won't, but, like, you think about it, like, how, like, kind of relaxed and more, happy he was in situations, more joking.
Yeah.
Now he's just super serious, especially after Ahsoka left, and it's heartbreaking to see, but it's also beautiful to see because like you said, it's like, it's almost 7 seasons now of culmination of like, how did Darth Vader really become Darth Vader? Mm-hmm. And it's the way he did is through tons of little situations and big situations. But a lot of time it was also Palpatine being like, we need to trust Rush Clovis. And then also in the same breath being like, I don't know if I can trust him, my dear boy. But I digress. I'm ready to wrap this one up, though, as I rant.
It was a good 2-parter.
It was fun. Next 2-parter will be an interesting one as we get through it. It's, I don't remember it being ultra strong. It's an interesting one, but it's also one that we just have to get through. After that, though, the finale of this season is technically the finale of Clone Wars before they added another season, so it is pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be what you expect at all, and then the 7th season starts and we get into like glory land of like the best episodes of anime TV, and I can't wait. There's so many episodes I'm so excited to rewatch, and so many great moments that we'll get there soon. But thank you for joining us. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Mike.
And this was Clone Wars. If you do enjoy it, check out Patreon for full lengths of this and other shows and other Star Wars movies and other stuff like that. Otherwise, make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. If you're joining us for the first time, and if you're just coming onto this because we're getting close to the end, welcome. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this series, your favorite episodes, least favorite episodes, anything like that. Always like to say hi to new fans. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Toodaloo.